Welcome back to another episode of Moffett Talk Mondays. I am your host, Neefy Moffett. And today, we got a nice show for you. Today, we're going to be talking about NILs. We're going to be talking about how to overcome those issues that come with your spouse. And then we're going to talk about enhancing generational excellence. So stay tuned. NIL deals here in Florida. 30 other states have already agreed to an NIL deal. Florida we're behind the ball. We recently proposed a bill and it's been approved, but this is what they proposed. These NIL deals in Florida, man, I want to let y'all know that there's some things that's going on that we just have to discuss. Number one being that Florida is behind the bar. How we be a top sports school, a sports state, and we have sports year round, but we don't have the foundation for our players to get paid. That sets us behind the bar. So what they voted on is that the NIL comes and you virtually create a booster club and any business can support the kid. You cannot support the school. It's about the kids individual. This won't work unless you're paying coaches already. So if you're not paying coaches, which the state of Florida isn't, but private schools are, you're not going to be able to compete with the big dogs. Because if you're paying your coaches, you have your affairs in order to be able to pay the player. If you transfer during the NIL, like during the year, the FHSAA has to approve your transfer. So you just can't transfer for more money in the middle of the year. The FHSAA has to approve. And if y'all know anything about the approval process with the FHSAA, I'd rather just not do it. Discipline. Now, if you violate one time, it's a written letter, a formal letter, and termination of your NIL money. Dang. So the first offense, hey, you got a written, it's like you right up at work. And you terminated. So you done for the year. For that year. If you violate 2 times, you're done for a calendar year. So say you playing football and you violate in October. You're done to the end of the football season. If you violate in basketball season in January, the second time, your second offense, you're done for that complete year to next January. And if you violate 3 times, you're done for your high school career. I think there should be something national that goes in between so that if you violate somewhere, you can't go somewhere else and violate too. Hey, relationships is a major topic going on, and it is what it is. How do you defeat the part of you that's disguised as a spouse? Let me tell you. 2 become 1. And you can't love your spouse. You can't love your partner. You can't love your wife without loving yourself. So if you mistreating her, you really don't love yourself how you think you love yourself, because if you did, you wouldn't mistreat her. I hear somebody saying it right now. Wah, 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 wah. You just talking that talk. Because my wife intentionally tries to sabotage what I'm doing. I heard you, brother. I heard you. And this right here, brother, is for you. And this is just what I learned, right? When you got a woman who not paying attention to the details, it bothers you. You hear me say, hey, you'll give me some coffee from Starbucks. The first thing you hear is coffee. You forget the Starbucks, they go get some Dunkin' Donuts, right? You give me some chicken. That's the first thing they hear. You say, you give me some chicken from Publix, they going to Popeyes. I want Popeyes. I want Publix chicken. But all that is a form of you that you can't see of yourself. How she's treating you is how you treat yourself in other relationships. And it's rearing its ugly head. So you got to understand this thing about women. Whatever you give them, they're going to multiply. So when you give them this is what they see, right? This is what they get. They're multiplying your sorrow because this ain't really of you and need to be expelled out of it. And let me tell you this. They are only going to do what we do to ourselves. It is impossible to consistently act in a manner inconsistent to how you believe of yourself. So when they start acting a certain way, it's because they see you treat yourself that way. And this is what you got to understand, fellas. Yeah, fellas. Hey, it's always going to be our fault. It's always going to be our fault. Or should I be less controversial and say that, men, it's your responsibility to create the woman that you want. See, we passed that stage of getting what we need. We on that other side. We on that abundant side where we understand that my God will supply all my needs, right? So God's already taking care of our needs. So now we get to that point in abundance where we at where we want. And when we get what we want, we can make requests, and we can make bold requests because we at that point with Him. But I want you to get into that place, right? Where you're able to make these requests. Where, listen, you are your queen maker. You fella, you your queen maker. So if you don't have a queen, it's because you ain't made one. I'm just going to tell you the truth. It is what it is. You can get mad if you want to. But if you don't have a queen, it's because you haven't made one. If you're looking for one ready-made, they out there. They out there. So it's needles and haystacks. You willing to find it? I'm not, okay? I want what I want. And if I can't find what I want, I'm going to create what I want. That's just me. And I commend all those brothers who have the discipline and wait until they get exactly what they want. Me, hey, I'm good with an 85. An 85 is a B. I'm good with that. Now, that's me. I'm not everybody else, and I don't know how that works. But if you're not to that point where you can create what you want, you can get what you want, holla at me, man. I got some stuff for you. So hit me up in my DMs or my email. You can hit me up on, comment on this and let me know you ain't to that point, and I got something for you. Let me tell you what happens when you get to that other side. When you no longer when you heal and you start loving yourself and you start doing the things for yourself, of yourself, let me tell you what happens. And I'm going to just tell you what happened to me. This may not be everybody else. I was living a comfortable life, y'all. I ain't going to lie to you. I was very comfortable. Teacher, off every summer, off every spring break, off a week for Thanksgiving, off 2 weeks for Christmas, coaching sports year round, things that I enjoy doing. I was comfortable. And then, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you, I made it up to 6 figures. I made $100,000 sitting in the ISS classroom coaching basketball, football, and track. I'm like, nah, dog. This can't. Hey, I'm the 7-figure teacher. I am the 7-figure teacher. And I'm gonna tell you, the 7-figure teacher. Hashtag 7-figure teacher. I'm the 7-figure teacher. 6 figures wasn't enough for me. I need to up it a level. So now on this side, the level of creativity that I have, once I got out of being comfortable, the land of familiarity is for the dead, right? I could have went there and seen it. I knew my ceiling, $125,000 as a principal. That's pretty much my ceiling. I'm like, man, do I want to do? I want time. I don't want to come to as administrator at every game. I want to go to my kids' games. So how do I make this money doing it? I wrote a book. I created courses. The book is exactly what I'm talking about, how to help you become the best you of yourself, right? And that's what segued me into this next part of who I really am and what I really do. Enhancing Generational Excellence is a for-profit business that was established. It's called EGE, Enhancing Generational Excellence. Aaron, Gabby, Evil. It was established for something growing up for my kids. My kids needed to have something. So I created a business. Hey, now we got a business. Hey, now I'm paying it forward. My parents ain't had no business. They were hard class, blue collar people. Now we got a business for my babies. They gonna have $1,000 every week. They gonna get $12,000 a year, not week, a year, and they're gonna have these things established because I'm enhancing generational excellence, right? And what it's for is to balance the playing fields. We can have generational excellence too, and we just need to establish it and understand that generational excellence is built upon something. Somebody lays a foundation, and we build upon it, and we build upon it, and we build upon it. All my grandfathers, my grandfather and all his brothers built their own houses, owned their own houses, they own land. They all had a trade. That skipped in the 70s and 80s, right? 70s and 80s as fathers, but now as kids born in the 80s, we want to go back to it. So we getting back into it. You know, hey, go to school, go to school. I went to school. I got my degree. I have a master's degree, but I didn't learn that the money's not in the degree. The money's in ownership. So when you create something, when you're a consumer, when you're not a consumer but a producer, when you're not a consumer but you produce goods, you produce things for people to consume, that's where life changes, and that's what changes a generation. And that's where we go with business. So we create things for people. And what we do at EGE is we serve you through 9 pillars. If you know anything about the number 9, research it. It's the most powerful number out there. The 9 pillars are perfect health, love, joy, victory, peace, fun, money, learning, and a revolutionary. And in health, I lost 40 pounds. I got big, right? I'm down. I'm 276 right now. I'm working to get 250. But perfect health to me means to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. If I want to go play basketball, I can do it. If I want to go ride a dirt bike, I can do it. If I want to go swim, I can do it. So to me, I'm in perfect health. Another thing that we do is money, right? Financial literacy. Like, how do we get to the bag and get? That's another thing that we don't teach. We don't teach chasing the bag or getting to the bag. We teach you how to make the bag chase you. How to be the person that you are. And now when you walk in the room, the money come looking for you because you feel like money, you look like money, you are money, and you're like a magnet to money by being exactly who you are, being exactly who God created you to be. We tap into that, and that's that voice that says, "Greater is He that is in me than he that's in the world." We tap into that, and we put that greatness back into He that is in you, and you walk with your head up high. You have a sense of pride about who you are. You care about what you're doing. You're intentional about your actions. Man, don't get me started, man. At EGE, I'm telling you right now, it's a great program. If you want to know more, we have consultations set up, and I'm running a special right now. We go 15-minute consultations. They're usually $50, but for the next 10 people that DM me, for the next 10 people that DM me about a 15-minute consultation, I will 50% off. 50% off. We'll go 50% off. So for the next 10 people, that's 50% off. And for my live, y'all on there, so y'all good. We help you create who you want to be and live the life that you want. I would like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Moffett Talks Mondays. I am your host, Nefi Moffett. And listen, do me this favor. Share this with a friend. Like, comment, and subscribe. And tag somebody who you think need to hear this. Hey, I'm always here for you. You can catch me on Instagram at Nefi Moffett. You can catch me on Facebook at Nefi Moffett. YouTube, I think my name is Nefi44. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. I'll tag it in the description. Have a great day.